Hey you guys, it's MJ from All to Love. How are you? Thanks so much to those of you who have signed up for a 30-minute free call with me. Very exciting. I have a few minutes to spare before my first session this morning, and I want to talk about global change and shifting paradigms and how, in a weird way, like so many aspects of this experience is super destabilizing. Because like the old construct, the old paradigm is like a set of beliefs, a value system. So really simply we could say like old paradigm is a value system of like progress, mechanistic worldview, materialism, like greed, that kind of stuff. And then the new paradigm is this kind of breaking down of that one and birthing this more holistic paradigm where we're like, oh, hey, we're all on this planet together and we all share this planet together, and actually we should probably find ways of distributing resources and like ways of relating to one another that is more in harmony with that paradigm, right? Or with those set of values and beliefs. Hey, Scotlight Warrior Craig, what up? So yeah, where old paradigm's materialism, new paradigm is, you could say, more spiritual, or again, more kind of just holistic, where we're realizing that it doesn't matter how much we get, it doesn't matter like how much money we have or how much materialism we have, or it doesn't even matter like what we look like or what the color of our skin is or any of that. We just realize like, oh, we're all humans. And then with this shift of consciousness, ultimately what the broader aspect of this awakening is making us realize is that we as individuals are actually the creators of this reality that we're perceiving, and yet we're having a collective experience, which is probably part of the miraculousness of this planet Earth and the kind of the center focus point as an experiment of contrast, as an experiment of separation in darkness, and then evolving into the light, or remembering or awakening to the light, to that 0 point, to that unified field of creation where suddenly all fear is dissolved, all worry programming and all stress programming and divisive programming suddenly can just be dissolved in sort of a series of realizations and revelations, and then embodiment processes, whether it's an emotional aspect or again, energetic and emotional to me is the same, and yet because we have different processes within ourselves as individuals, the way we interpret, understand, perceive is just always kind of shape-shifting, right? So the global change in many ways is going to continue to be kind of polarized and extreme, a lot of chaos and a lot of disasters and destruction, and again, the suffering is ultimately what continues to sort of squeeze us out and help us to awaken to the fact that we are here for one another, and we the people want each other. We are the most valuable resource on the planet because we are the creators of this reality, and it continues to astound me. Actually, it's really easy to get distracted and kind of tell different stories, and for me it always comes back to the heart of like this beautiful planet, and like how I vision it in a more peaceful state, and how I feel into it and see it. And it's not like going back in time to some different enlightened age, or going back in time to some primitive time when we lived more in cycle. It's actually a much more enlightened upgrade as far as this present here now, in a kind of open space benevolence with a lot of advanced technology that hey there, that's a lot of damage. It has a lot to do with how we're bridging and working with technology, and how we're opening our heart field. So the heart of humanity is awakening to really like allow us to absorb kind of higher frequency information, so that technology can help us pioneer into this new reality. So it's very supported, very sustainable, very like high value, luxurious even, but in that kind of simplistic, minimalist way. I often get flashes of the Venus Project. I don't know if you know a man named Jacques Fresco. I do think he's passed now, but his vision was the Venus Project, and that to me was really often the kind of vision I get. However, that's maybe some of the civilizations on this planet, and then other ones will look different again. Hey, I'm just wondering where you get this kind of lighting at. I'm currently in my basement because my dad didn't. The lighting, I really need light for my Insta pics. I have these. Actually, I could show you. I'm getting distracted, you guys, but that's okay. I got these things. I love them, but right now I'm just outside, so it's when I'm outside in my car, it's often like pretty good lighting, and then when I'm indoors, I use these bad boys. I got them in a pack of 4. I think they were like they're definitely less than like 200 pounds. They might have been even less than 100, but I think they were like around 150 pounds on eBay. And this is part of like not getting the fear about the cyborg or like technology taking over. We must reclaim our independence because remembering that we're the ones who created the economy. We're the ones who created the political system. We're the ones who actually created the education system. So part of this great awakening is us remembering that we created that, and so we can uncreate it and we create different things. Try natural light, dude. Try just like doing some filming outside. Pounds is the British pound, so I'm based in the UK. Yeah, so and on so many levels, we're actually seeing the kind of crumbling or collapsing of that economic, political kind of 3D reality, that matrix reality, which sort of propagates enslavement via consumerism. So it's a kind of blind chain or rat race that we get kind of looped into, which is the depth of our separation as beings, as individuated aspects of consciousness, that we can separate ourselves off to the degree of our own enslavement. And then free ourselves from that enslavement, basically. And through that freedom from within our own soul's journey, we kind of light the way and shine the way for others to, and also endeavor their freedom through reclaiming their heart space. Because like it's like the fragmented, imbalanced old paradigm is like disconnected. So it's like operating from the base chakras, but disconnected from the heart. And so it's like driven by, again, the progress mechanism, enslavement. So having to distort reality and enslave itself to kind of feed off of it, versus like being the creator in your heart. Who you calling a slave? No, well, we're all either enslaved to our mind or we're in a state of freedom. It's like in every single moment there's only ever like two polarities, or two, like we're either in the dark or we're in the light. We're either like being a slave and they're like, shit, or we're like, wait a minute, I can change my thoughts, I can sit and vibrate, I can meditate. Meditation is really like the juice of life. I've been meditating for over 10 years now, and there's definitely been phases where it's like hardcore. And that's kind of like what I teach and share with people: meditation, relaxation, energy work like yoga, martial arts, different things like that. Like that's really how we start to discern our energy and then direct thought and consciousness. You guys, I do actually have to go, and I'm just aware of, I hope that was useful to you. There was some good channel coming through there, and then how we experience that unfolding. Nah, man. Thanks, that's Gypsy. You guys, you're amazing, and I feel you somehow, someway. I love you. And I'm wishing you just so much love and joy today, and continue to believe in your dreams and believe in your heart, because it is relentless, but I do know that it's shifting for us. I do know that the collective, the masses now are starting to awaken to this more unified perspective, which is kind of up-leveling those of us who have been doing the work for a little while anyway, and then it's been like, oh God, what are things gonna change? And that now things are changing. This next sort of 6-7 year cycle is where we're gonna see the kind of a transformation of world economic system, and we're going to see transformation of political systems and agendas, and we're going to see quite a big sway of rebalancing as far as world leadership goes. So, and we're already seeing it. It's clear as day, isn't there? Like the diversity that's being nominated or elected, and more different people being here. All right, Phil Swift, have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was somehow useful to you. I saw that. Thank you so much for your positive feedback. Thank you so much for your input. Good luck on finding those lights, guy. I know it can be tricky, right? But you can always find what you're looking for. You are the creator. Whatever you need, manifest at exactly the right time. Love you guys. Have an awesome day. I'll speak to you real soon. Peace out. I love you.